Okay, welcome everyone. Firstly, in the name of the entire Kehillah, I want to welcome a very chashuv guest that we have, Rav Leibish Becker. We have proudly the emblem of the Aguda on the wall, on the door. Rav Leibish is one of the key people who grew the Aguda to be what it is today. Is it 50 years? 47 years. 47 years. I know, because it's about. I'm involved with Aguda for 44 years. But I remember in the early days in 5 Beekman Street, all that the Aguda represents, whether it's making sure that a person should be able to keep his job for Shabbos, whether it's creating the platform for the Gedolei Yisrael to shine in America, whether it's giving us a voice in Washington, whether it's coming to the need of people that are in trouble with the Goyim in America. The Aguda is one of the places that we turn to when we need it. And Reb Leibish is really, from the beginning, a very important part. He was very close with that greatest of Askanim, Rav Moshe Scherer. I had the pleasure to know him for many years. I was hoping that he would live close enough to be daven here, but as it happened with several other Talmidim of mine, Hashem knows where a person is needed. So somebody of Reb Leibish's talents obviously was needed somewhere else. I mean, that's the conclusion. Everything is from the Rebbeinu Shalom. But it's wonderful to have you here joining us. And you could be proud that this is the first Aguda in Lakewood, and it has a little bit of the flavor that I absorbed from Rav Moshe Scherer. Also, I want to tell the Olam that we did give, I sent to the Kollel in Beitar $1,600. So thank you, all those that participated. They'll have that extra $1,600 for their Pesach preparations. And in Beitar, $1,600 American dollars goes a long way. Thank you to all those that gave for Kimcha de Pischa. I'm still taking money for Kimcha de Pischa. My logic is that people say, we got to give it to them already. There's a whole Yom Tov. They have to make the second days of Yom Tov. They have to have a Chalamoid. So I'm still taking Kimcha de Pischa. Again, a reminder that this Shabbos, there will not be Shalosh Shudas in the shul. There will be 2 Shabbos Hagadol drushes. The Shabbos Hagadol drusha for the women will be at 5:30. And the Shabbos Hagadol drasha for the men will be between Mincha and Marav. So that way there's enough room for everybody, and everybody will hear what they need to hear. So please come and join us. Do we have any tikkuns yet before Shabbos?
No.
Okay, so let's declare a prohibition to bring in chametz into the shul. Baruch Hashem. I was misnaba v'eni yodea ma nisnaba. Thank you very much. Okay, so this is now a chametz-free zone. Okay, so we are holding in the beginning of the 6th parak. Would you believe it already? We're in the 6th parak of Meila. And we're sponsored by the Fisher family, Nishmas Basi Bas Rabbi Shalom ben Avram Alevi, Perel Bas Ruvain. We learn Nishmas David ben Chaim, Lefu Shalem, for Yomis ben Chayesar, Yaakov ben Basi Alea, for the Schus of Avram ben Yom ben Ishmael Yudis, by Yod Klugman and family. We learn Lefu Shalem, for Avigdor ben Rivka, Inda Bas Chayesar, Shmuel ben Yom ben Shir Alea, Rivka Bas Shir Alea, Chana Bas Shashabina, Moshe Meir ben Esther Fradel, David Yoel ben Razel, and Yitzhak ben Tzim ben Dusha and Meir ben Chayesar. They should have the Refuah Shalema b'Sech Shachar Yisrael. Now it's an interesting exception. Normally, we have a rule: Ein shliach ledvar aveira. There's no agent for an aveira. You'll say, I was Rabbi Weiss's agent. What do you mean? Who should you listen to? Rabbi Weiss or Hashem? Divrei Rav, Divrei Talmud, Divrei Mishayman. However, Meila, which is Yochayev only b'shaygeg, is an exception that there is a shliach by Meila. So in the event that I told Gedalia, I have something of hektish, and I told Gedalia to spend it, so a shliach she'asa shlichusa, if Gedalia did his agency, then Balabai is small. Then I'm the one that's small. Lo yasa shlichusa. But if Gedalia deviated from my instructions, then he's not my shliach anymore. Then he's small. He also doesn't know it's hektish, so it's shaygeg. That makes it meila. So lo yasa shlichusa, hashliach mal. Then Gedalia is small. Ketzad. So the Gemara, of course, the Mishna, of course, gives us a little chiddush that liver isn't included in the instruction to buy beef. You should know, Gedalia, I want real beef. So, Amaloi, Tain Basel Archim. I tell Gedalia, give meat to guests. Give meat. The real beef. Where's the beef? The Nasalam Kovet, and he gives them liver. Gedalia likes his chopped liver. He gives them liver. Now, it was hektish, but that's not fulfilling my instructions. Or kovet, I tell him, give them liver, v'nasan lamb basar, and he gives a lamb chop. So Ashliach mal. Gedalia is mal because he deviated from the instructions. Now, we're going to get not only Gedalia, but Shimei in it also. You don't mind, do you? Right? So, Amaloi tein lem chaticha chaticha. I tell Gedalia, give them each a piece. V'hu amar, and he gets there, and he says, Tlu shtayim shtayim. Give them each 2 pieces. V'heim and Shimei not lu shalosh shalosh. Shimei and Michal Avram took 3 pieces. Everybody is mo. I'm mo because Gedalia did do 2, included his 2 as 1, so he did carry out some of my agency. I'm mo. Gedalia added 2, so he's mal, and Shimei took 3, an extra one, so he's mal. So all of them are mal. It's a whole kulan mal. Amalai, I tell Gedalia, havali minachalain, bring me money from the window and buy something for me. I'm in Galuskama. Galuskama is like what my mother used to call a chachka-machka box. It's what people put in all their things in. So I'm in Galuskama. I tell them to bring it money from the chachka-machka box, and I happen to have a few chachka-machka boxes. And one of them had hektish. V'heviloi, and he takes money from the window or from the chachka-machka box, and he buys something with it. Aval bishamar balabais, even though I said, well, I didn't mean that window. I didn't mean that box. I meant the other window that has money of Kulin. And he bought it from this one. That's Torah Shebelev. Balabai is small. I told him to do it from a window. He did it from a window. He followed my agency. I'm more. However, this is obvious. If I told him to take the money from the window, and he brought it from the chachka-machka box. I told him to bring it from the chachka-machka box, he brought it from the window, said, and he deviated, then Ashaliach mal, then Gedalia is mal. Now, what happens? Shalach biyad cheresh shaita v'katan. We all know that there's no shlichus to a deaf, mute, an imbecile, and a minor. I take money of hektish, I give it to a cheresh shaita v'katan, and I tell him to buy me something. If he carried it out, okay, so at the end, my agency was done, and I was the one that instructed money that should go out of the rishus of hektish, then I'm mo. Balabayis mo. Lo yasa shlichusay. But I told the cheresh shaita v'katan to buy me candles. And instead he bought me a dreidel. So I'm not going to be moil because my instructions were not carried out. The cheresh shaita v'katan are not going to be moil because they're patim in a mitzvahs. So who's next on the hook? The storekeeper. When the storekeeper uses the money, he's mal. Chen v'ni mal, the storekeeper is mal when he uses the money. However, what if I'm not talking about a chereshat to the cut? I gave the money to Gedalia. Shalach biyad pikeach. I gave the money to Gedalia, told him buy me candles. And of course, Gedalia is an ish neman. He buys me candles. But as soon as I gave him the money, but once he was out of the house, and Gedalia doesn't have a cell phone, right? Once he was out of the house, at least he wasn't carrying it. Right? Once he was out of the house, I said, "Oh, you're hektish." And although it's Iker Chosim in a Sefer, Gedalia also realizes it's hektish after he gives the money to the Chenveni. So he's not mal because Gedalia remembered you can't be mal b'mezid, nor can the shliach. The Chenveni is poor Chenveni is mal as soon as he spends the money. Ha Chenveni mal kishiyotzi. But let's say Gedalia finds his cell phone and he doesn't want the storekeeper to be mal. He calls up the storekeeper, "You got some money a hektish there. Don't spend it. It's going to cost you a fat carbon. You're going to have to pay a fifth." But the storekeeper put the money down and he doesn't know which money is hektish. He put it in the cash register. He doesn't know which money is hektish. Says the Mishna, Keitzad Yasa. What should the Chenveni do if he's not sure which money it is? No problem. He knows that it was a pruta. So noitel pruta, he takes a pruta, or kli, or a utensil that's worth a pruta. V'yomer pruta shel hektish b'chol makom shehi. Wherever the pruta is in the cash register, mechulela salzeh should be redeemed with this pruta or this utensil. How do you know you could use a utensil? That's the halacha. Shahektish nikbeh, because hektish is redeemed, b'kesef, with money, u'b'shavah kesef, and anything that has the value of money. So you could redeem it with a keli as well. The moral of the story is, be careful when Gedalia gives you something. If we're very lucky that Gedalia gives us something, schedules and Rav Miller books and beautiful laning, we're very lucky. Gedalia should be able to give us things. Biz Mashiach Tzidkenu b'meher v'yameinu. Chanani ben Akasha Amaratza Kadosh Baruch Hu l'zakos Yisrael l'fikach hebel am Torah mitzvos shenamar inay chafetz aman